let's just sew whatever. Okay, so today we are going to be making the mini Triskele, which made its debut in the summer, the Sew Whatever project box from Mormino. This is the regular Triskele. This is one I bought several years ago from Nicole. It is such a good size. I'm actually sad looking at this because I want to put my stuff back in it. But this is my wallet here that I made the other night to test. Take my ID out. And my insurance card, I guess. Okay. So this is the one made the other night. It is absolutely, it's so freaking cute. I used mid-weight Luxe vinyl for the exterior and cork for the 17-inch interior. Yes, the interior top, and then this is the interior bottom. So this is the shorter of the interior measurement. So if you didn't want to use the exact same print, you wanted to change it up, you could do that. One thing I'm going to make sure that I fix when I make it is that I get my pieces lined up just right on the interior, because my card wants to poke up. And I asked Nicole about it, and she's like, wow, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what you did. So, brag, I know. But I absolutely love this little zipper compartment here. If you wanted to, you could even potentially try to add like a freestanding card slot here and here. But it has two slip pockets here and here, the zippered compartment, and then the magnetic snaps help it close nice and crisp. There is the option for the corset ring, but because I love using the pop tab pulls, I just went ahead and added my wristlet strap to that pop tab pull. So I'm going to be carrying this one for a little while, but I am going to end up making myself a full size. However, I know that Nicole mentioned she might be making a midi size Triskele, so fingers crossed she does that, because this is just, it's so cute, and then the midi would just be like right there. So just a perfect trio of amazingness from Nicole. Oh, don't forget to put these away. Oh my gosh, Ben, can you not? Can you not? All right, so I'm going to be using my cut list, and then I'm going to be using the pattern pieces as a guide for all the markings. I did cut out the old pattern pieces that she had, but I don't know if she changed anything. So I'm just going to set these aside. I am going to be using all of the materials included in the project box because, of course, it was intended for you to use everything together, but if you prefer to use all cork, all vinyl, you could do that. I'm going to get started with my ID window, which for you guys is going to be pre-cut directly to the size you need it to be, thanks to Jess from So Many Creations. Thank you. So I'm grabbing a 2.5-inch ruler, since my ID window needs to be 2.5. By a number. And then what I ended up doing was just like cutting a hole in this, and it worked great. So I'm going to put that in a little box so I don't lose it, and continue along. I went ahead and added a piece of tape to my measurements, packing tape, so that I can cross off what I have cut already. All right, so for the ID window backing, it says you can use fabric, but I'm going to use vinyl. This is a mid-weight, thin enough vinyl that it's not going to hurt anything to use. Why am I not just putting it away? Thank you. Oh, wow. That was the universe telling me I still need it. Okay. this section over here. ID window backing. I hear cats making weird noises. So confused. Yeah, I think this will be really pretty. I think I want to make the inside portion a bit more of the cork. But yeah, so this piece back here hides behind your ID window cutout. Okay, I will be adding zipper pouch lining. I didn't to my personal one, and it is a bit flimsy. I didn't mind because I'm like, I'm gonna put stuff in it, but it's also like a mess inside. So I was like, all right, we'll line that. That'd be good. Alrighty. I am also going to be using the lining fabric for my card slot lining, which I'm a little worried about thickness wise, but you'll know if it worked. Okay, so I'm gonna do 8 by 3. If you have number 3 zipper tape, you can use that instead of number 5, but I did ask Nicole if for the sake of this box she could make sure number 5 works with it, and it does. So that's great. So we've got 2 of those, and now we need our card slot fabric. We're just gonna need 1 of these. And I feel like this fabric is definitely thin enough that we're gonna be okay. To use it. All right, and that is all we're gonna need of this fabric. So I'll go ahead and fold that and put it away. Oops. So really this cuts out super quick, which is awesome. So your cork within the box is going to look a little bit different. This was one of our samples, and we decided to go with a different one, but we wanted to make sure that they would have enough. We didn't have to do like one of each. So I'm going to cut my full exterior out of this. I'm just making sure I've got a really nice crisp edge there. Oh, it's so pretty. So excited. All right, so this is our exterior, and we are gonna have to transfer some markings to it. And then I'm gonna do this for, let's see. So remember, the interior top has all of the card slots, and then the interior bottom is our ID. So I want my interior bottom to be my ID section and my interior top to be this. And my ruler here is 1 inch shy of being long enough. So I'm just gonna cut it a little carefully. But we'll go 4.5 inch wide. And then again, oh, it's 2 inch, no, it's 1 inch, duh. I've even had people email me before and they're like, this ruler's only 15 inches, like something like that. And I'm like, no, 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 it's 1 inch bigger. And then they're like, oh, duh. And I just did it. Tee-hee. Okay. So I just added a little 1 inch ruler and now it's the size I need. And you want to make sure that you're cutting really careful. So we've got nice, crisp edges. All right, so this is our interior top and top. I can clean this up. And I thought about, it would be cute to make the interior these colors and just save the cork as the exterior, but I really think I want the cork inside too. But we could make the wristlet strap out of this actually. So I think I like that idea. Wristlet strap is 14, 1.5. For the one I have, I actually cut it to 16 just for fun. But you could make it any length you want it to be. And with the corset rings being on both sides, you could even turn it into like the cutest, tiniest little crossbody bag as well, if you wanted to. And then I recommend on this strap to make a mark at 1/2 inch all the way down. And that's gonna be the one fold line to help you make that trifold. So you're gonna fold this side in and then this side over, leaving just a little bit of a gap. Mind the gap. And there's that. So that's my wristlet strap. And now your zipper tabs, those can either match the interior top or the interior bottom, but where both of those pieces end becomes your zippered compartment. So keep that in mind. If you have like scraps from cutting out any other part of the project box, you could use those. I might end up using this. I think that would be really fun actually. And these are really, really tiny, like extremely tiny, so cute. Can't even handle it tiny. And you just want to make sure that they are the width of your zipper tape. These end up getting sewn onto the raw edge of your zipper tape and you're going to leave a little gap. So if you want to add some double-sided tape to these, you can. And then you're going to want to make sure that you use a lighter on the end of your zipper tape and trim it down so that you have plenty of seam allowance. Actually, my friend, when she was making one, broke a needle, so just be careful. All right. So I cut my interior top, cut my zipper tabs. So the last piece is the interior bottom, and then we're going to make all of our markings. And then I'm going to be working just on this section of the cork. so that we have plenty more for the other 2 projects within the box. Hopefully, like I want to do within the pamphlet, there is like a cutting chart suggestion for how to use up your cork safely, because I know cork is super expensive. All right. And you could even overcut this by a little bit so that you can trim it with your rotary cutter. And then just be really careful and try not to overcut if you can. So I'm just taking my lighter, my rotary cutter to that edge. But you will take a lighter to the edges. It does help. All right, and then this becomes your interior bottom. And then we're gonna cut out our stabilizer. You will have gotten, if you ordered the box, just one long strip to cut into pieces. But I don't have that. I just have the scraps from the box. So I'll be cutting into those. And this stabilizer is Craftex. I am not sure that if you don't have this, what could compare. I guess technically Decaville Light. I know some people are not a fan of Craftex, but I was really impressed with the structure of this wallet. So I almost feel like people like it for a reason. But it may not be everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. All right, 3 1/8. Back. Oh, that's inside. And like I said, you are going to get you will have, I should say, just one big strip that you'll be able to cut into these pieces. This is the boxed edge, and you're gonna have 4 total that you're cutting of that. All right. And so now I just have those little 1-inch strips. 3 more to cut. I used double-sided tape to hold mine down in my wallet. You do catch it when you stitch a little bit, but not a lot. So I would highly recommend, if you can, gluing it into place. 1, 2. 3 and 4. So that is the pieces we need cut, and now we just need to transfer all of those different markings. Okay, so this is our interior bottom. I'm honestly really, really glad that I made one of these already so that I have a better idea of how to make it for you guys. All right, so like I said, we're just gonna transfer those markings. I went ahead and measured everything so that I could just follow those measurements. But you have those pattern pieces so you can transfer the markings, but yeah. All right. Now this, we're making our ID window. All of the pattern piece markings are for the wrong side of your cork, because I thought about that when I was working on it. I was like, wait a minute, is this on the correct side? Because like, I know for cutting machines, it can be a little confusing too. Okay, and then for here, we're just gonna be going from there to there. And we'll punch our holes. Okay, so I'm just making 2 long cuts that way and that way. And then I'll take my scissors to cut into those corners. And like this piece here, we probably could have used to cut our zipper tabs, but I didn't know. And then I'm gonna grab my hole punch, because what you can do is you can punch your holes and then use your rotary cutter from hole to hole so that you're a little more precise with everything. Yay! So there is that. And then the zipper pouch is up here. So if you flip this over, you can make a little mark that says zipper pouch. Zip pouch. So that you know where that connects. And then this ends up getting folded to create a pocket. You like fold it right on the not the stabilization, but the reinforcement. And then you're gonna fold this until there's like 1/2 inch above. So that's kind of what that looks like in the end. So if you're like, well, that's a lot of cork to waste, you could just use the vinyl, of course, but just wanted you to see kind of how that worked. So this one is done. If you want to do some prep while you're here and you have some smaller tape, you could go ahead and tape or glue, actually. You could use your glue to put your ID window in while you're waiting to keep cutting. I wonder if this one works. Fabric fusion. I don't know. Let's do it. Why not? Dude, I would die if it were just totally dried out. I know Nicole uses a lot of Beacon Fabri-Tac. Okay, it's dried out. Maybe I'll be able to poke a hole in it and it'll be better. I don't have any 1/8 inch wide double-sided tape, so I guess I won't prep, but I also want to use some super sharp scissors to cut that. So, never mind. Never mind. All right, so there's that done. That was our interior bottom. And now we're moving on to our interior top. Which is the longest piece. We've got some hole marks to transfer for our snaps. For the snaps provided within the box, you do not punch a hole right now, okay? Do not do it, please. It'd be so sad. Alrighty. And then she has you number the folds. 1, 2, 3. And if you decide to measure this as well, you can always line it up against your pattern piece to make sure that you've got it right. And it's this one I get confused by. The 4th fold, the 5th fold, the 6th fold. My piece looks a little bit longer. But one of the measurements is 3 1/16 of an inch, and I messaged Nicole and I was like, yo, this isn't a real measurement. She's like, what? Why? What? Just because I don't have it on a ruler. I was like, it's not real. It doesn't exist. Okay. So is that? Okay, 1/2 inch. So all of these lines are going to be 1/2 inch from each other? Pretty sure? Oh, no. 3/8. 3/8 of an inch from each other. And she does give those measurements. So I measured 1/2 inch from each edge, and I'm making a line straight across. And then I'm just going 3/8 of an inch down from those. So I wonder if somehow I accidentally did 1/2 inch card slots 1/2 inch away from each other. I don't know, that could be. And then where each of these connect to my 1/2 inch line on the side is where I'll be hole punching. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3 card slots. 1, 2, 3 card slots. Perfect. And then it's that 3 1/16, which is right in between. Guys, it was just fantastic. Like, it's not quite an 1/8, right? No, it was right in between a quarter and an eighth. That's right. Oh, okay. Well, on this ruler, there are longer lines. I mean, any actually of the lines that go up like that. And they stop right at that. So, all right, great. Learn something new every day. And then this next box bottom edge is 1/2 inch from all that. Yeah. Yes. 1/2 inch there because it's in the middle. Okay. Good talk. So then we'll punch these holes. Remove all the little circles. And then again, just be super careful you don't overcut. You just want to go as close to that cut hole as you can. And then you can always finish it off with scissors. All right. And then we'll add double-sided tape, not the entire length. You don't need a ton, but above, below, and in between. So 4 pieces total. Alrighty. And so the last piece to transfer markings, put that in there so I take it back, is going to be our exterior. Okay, so keep in mind, if you want a particular part, oh, how perfect is that, to be your flap, start with that when you make your marks. This is also cute, but I think this one is like, has so much more going on, so we'll start there. Okay. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Almost grabbed my rotary cutter. No, thank you. No, ma'am. Just a pen. All right. Okay, top. That's our, oh, and then here's first fold, second fold. Here is our third fold. Excuse you. We have our fourth fold, 1 inch from there. And then we can transfer those markings for our snaps. Alrighty. And then it would be really cool if you wanted to try and really challenge yourself and you've made the Juno from Sewgnar, you could attempt to add an accordion zipper on the back, but you already have a zipper pocket inside. So it's not that serious, but you could even try to add like a little slip pocket to the back if you wanted. I don't know why we need to, I'm just saying you could. Like maybe you travel to the airport a lot and you're like, I just want it here on the back. You could just use a little ID window on the back potentially. If you're going to add a cork tag to your exterior, like I have this one that'll be in the project box. It matches well enough. If you want it to be on the back, you could do it maybe 4.5 inches down from the top edge, lined up on the back, and that would be right below your fold. That would be super cute and be on the back. You could of course go down even further with it. Let's see. Maybe like 5.5 or even 5 inches would be good. I think I'm gonna stick this on at 5 inches. But of course it could go inside if you wanted to as well. So we have 1 inch and 3/8 maybe on each side. 1 inch. Yeah, just about. Yep, 1 inch and 3/8. So I can start by sewing that on the back first. That'll be below all my folds. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed cutting this out with me. I hope that kind of helped you feel more prepared to make the mini Triskele. And I can't wait to see you to sew it together. It's so freaking cute, man. And it's like a little brick. Like, it's sturdy because of all that craft text. It's nice.